Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EU4. I'm your host, Calvin, and we're caught in the middle of a three-way between Novgorod, Kazan, and the Golden Horde, and us. And we have to march on Novgorod's puny baby army. We've got most of our men together. It's the best I can do. We're running on fumes in terms of manpower here. Like, we are not going to be able to keep reinforcing. And the big problem is we don't have that much war score because they control Tor's Hawk. They are doing a shattered retreat to Tor's Hawk. Perfect. Chase them down then. And try and finish them there. A unit does a shattered retreat now when it gets broken, which is different from a normal retreat, which is just one province. Shattered retreat, they usually go several provinces away. Alright, so we've gotten that. Select army. We're going to detach a siege regiment here. Can we do that? Where is that? Ah, there it is. That's the button for it. Because, yeah, the Golden Horde's back. As I expected. But for the moment, we've at least stopped Novgorod from being able to fight heavily against us. I think Kazan should be willing to make peace soon. Yeah, they are, you know, it's positive 24, negative 25. So that means we just need a little more. I could just offer them a concession of defeat to go away, but whatever. We're okay for the moment. Man, we do not have enough people. We need more men. We need a lot more men. Alright, well, at least, you know, this is just more interesting than a basic conquest, which was what I thought this was originally going to end up being. Neighboring hordes. Alright, I think the Golden Horde might be willing to just, Nope. Alright, well, they're almost done, too. They're both almost done at this point. Good, at least you're going to evade and not lose any war score. Because Kazan will be willing to make peace very soon, I think. Whatever, you know what? What? Oh. 22 to negative 20. What? Oh. If I'm demanding tribute, they get additional things. I didn't even realize that. Current peace offers, -5. Oh, I had them selected to give me a concession of defeat. In that case, just friggin' make them go away. I don't care. Just go. Be gone. Golden Horde's about done. So now I just need to ensure that Novgorod cannot gather any more men. Nobody will gain or lose anything. That's what a white peace means. In the end, though, I get to feel cuddly about myself that I won. Because in terms of an attacker and an aggressor, a war with a clear aggressor, if it's a white peace, that's the same as saying defender wins. Just not by much. Okay. Is there a level 2 fort here? Yeah, there is, damn. Oh, well, how's the siege going? 6 out of 12. Still no surrender chance, but oh well. In the meantime, we need to continue fighting on and gathering men. And slaughtering Novgorods. Gonna shattered retreat right into Novgorod. Lovely. We're going to detach a bunch of siege squads all around here. Yeah, that's probably the good thing to do. Try and get a bunch of provinces sieged down. Especially once Tor's Hawk falls, we'll gain a whole pile of war score, because currently it's at -13 for not controlling that. Alright. Seriously, you just want white peace? White peace? Alright, good. Glad to hear it. Or, what do I even get for concession defeat? 5 prestige. I could care less. Like, my prestige is already plus 52, and it's just going to keep climbing. Let's face it here. Siege of Torzhok is over. Let's continue with that upwards. Anyway, we're now up to 23% against Novgorod, which is perfect. This is what I like. Okay, and diplomat from the Golden Horde has arrived home. Good, and Perm's going to come up and help. Oh, Perm, glad to see you're loyal. Yeah, we're going to detach that as a siege, and we're going to send them up to Karelia. Like, these two provinces here are colonies. Where's the population? Oh, there it is. It's a bar. So by going up here, I can instantly just take them over and seize them. I'm not going to. Instead, I will just occupy them. There's a button here to burn it or seize it. Your ports are blockaded. Yeah. I'm just going to occupy them because that's going to give me more war score. At the end of the war... What? Oh, natives. Lol, natives. Eh, you know what? Seize the damned colonies. It costs military power to take, so... And it doesn't even piss anybody off. Cool. Alright. Do we have anyone, you know, anywhere that's kind of getting close to being able to... What? You're taking attrition. Oh my god. Ooh, that's not good. Russian winters go both ways, I suppose. Just hang in there. We're only getting 213 men a month. It's just not enough. Okay. Siege of Novgorod. Good, we got that, at least. It's a good start. We can do this. Russian winter or no Russian winter. You know, there's a tip in EU3 that's just like, never start a land war in Russia. And this is one of the reasons. They've made it much worse, actually. I'm looking at these supply limits. Like, Russian winter or severe winter? Oh, man. It hurts to be on the offensive. I can tell you that right now. Like, look at my armies. They're having trouble just getting enough together to siege a province. Churches gather great synod. They're on their own. We're just going to keep our money, thanks. How much are we losing? 0.08. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my economy. And I'm going to repay this loan. Completely. I thought I said... There you go. A little laggy. There we go. Oh, phew. Alright, things are looking much better now. It's August. Sieges are going without a hitch. I didn't notice that they had an army in Torzhok, but it looks like that's being taken care of. Good work, good work. Alright, so up to 83%. Once we have, you know, the last of their provinces, we're gonna divvy it up and decide what to take. I've got a pile of diplomatic power that I've saved up throughout this entire war, so I should be able to take whatever the heck I want. They've changed the infamy system up too, and I will explain infamy and overextension and stuff like that once I actually have some of it. So that way it's a little easier to explain. It's always easier to, you know, actually show things. Alright, so this Neva here is probably about to surrender once this dial hits up. Aw, no. Well, sooner or later it will. It always does. Okay. Ooh. I don't know, I'm trying to pay attention to the auto-saving because I have it set to yearly. I'm trying to think, is it auto-saving when it shouldn't be? Because it's been doing that. It's done that over the last couple of... Ooh, we received a peace offer from them. How quaint. Oh god, it's February. No, you know what? Everyone just get the hell out of the country. Just get back home. Wives and children. Think about them. Just leave. We don't need any more casualties. We have taken way too many. Alright, food swords. Like, the siege is progressed as far as it can, so we're just waiting. There we go. Finally, it surrendered. Alright. Good work. They hate us right now, and that's obvious. Alright, so let's sue for peace here, and let's decide what we want to take. I said before we need to take Neva, and we need to make sure that that's connected. We also need Archangelsk. Those are the critical ones. It's already 82%. 96. What else can we get? Anything? No. It looks to be about all we can take. I want to make sure to try and get in Germanland to cut their ports a bit more if we can. Or do I want to do that, or do this? Kexholm's only 4%, but still put us, 2 over. Still can't demand more than 100% in a peace deal. Kinda bad, but whatever. Alright, I guess we'll be taking this, which will divide Novgorod up into 3 chunks. And here's the best part, by not taking Torshawk, I'll still have a Casus Belli on them when the truce runs out. I'm evil. Let's send our demands. Also, you'll notice there's an overextension thing here. And I'm going to be getting a lot of overextension for this. And I'll show you what that is. Ooh, alright. So, let's talk about overextension first. Should be... Technology, ideas. Stability and expansion. Here we are. This is where you see rebels and stuff, but specifically overextension, which is now at 44%. Your nation is currently not overextended, so there is no current effects by owning provinces that are not cores. Colonies of your primary culture are exempt from this. Blah, blah, blah. If we have over 100% overextension, we'll be getting some nasty rebels regularly, with them appearing more often the higher the percentage is. So this is specifically it. You get 1 overextensionism per 4 base tax of the provinces here. Now I want to show you with my mouse, but I can't, because I have to keep it over that percentage. You can see the base tax and the percent that it's contributing. And you can also see down here, wow, another chance of rising the Angola. They want lowered taxes. Anyway, there are various things that you can do that I love here that you can bring that up here. Yeah, you know what? There's treatment in Kasimov. Spend 20 military power to reduce the chance of revolt. That's pretty awesome, just to be able to do that. Anyway, we need to do... The first thing I want to do, I think, is boost my stability. 5 diplomatic power? Maybe. We'll see. That's going down, though, over time. We'll be okay, I think. You can see colonial expansion range here. What? 10% towards their demands. There's a rebel uprising in my country right now? Oh, there is. It's Novgorodian peasants, though. Should I boost my stability? It would help. Kasimov is a Muslim province. The problem is he will never be able to convert. Unaccepted province. Yeah, I don't think, no matter what happens here, will he ever be able to convert Kasimov, which is kind of bad. I need to find a way of doing that. I need to think of a way. So local missionary strength, minus 2%. Provincial tax income, minus 2%. Non-accepted culture, minus 2%. I think I have to... if I can accept Tartar culture, then reducing that, I think I might be able to do it. Yeah, I think that could be done, okay. Alright, we need to get enough of the Tartars to have them actually an accepted culture, though. Alright. Yay, our diplomat. Ryzan has entered into a military coalition against us. Ah, yes. And so is Tver. It's time to talk about infamy. As opposed to the old system of infamy, we have this. The Tverian opinion of Muscari is modified by a bunch of stuff. Specifically, aggressive expansion, minus 67. You notice that's going up over time. That just wears out over time. And as it kind of should be. So infamy is now replaced by everyone hating you. And request for military access from Livonian Order and Norway. I guess they've gone to war with each other? Or something. But I'm okay with giving them military access. Whatever. If they want to survive the Russian winter. If they can survive the Russian winter, they are more than welcome to come through. Alright, so we got a lot of people entering into a military coalition against us, and that's because of the amount I took. I took a lot. So I've effectively gained a pile of infamy, and everyone hates me now. Ooh, I'm up to 34% of the trade power. Novgorod is... So basically everyone around me who isn't a vassal and isn't Lithuania is now in a coalition against me. What a coalition can do is a joint declaration of war. Basically, they will team up on me, which is actually a lot more troubling right now than I'd like it to be. The reason for this is mostly I am out of men, and my armies are nowhere near reinforced yet. Like, it's going to be a lot of months before I even have positive manpower again. I got about 4,154 men, and I'm only getting 209 a month now. I do not have much in terms of men. Anyway. King Boris Orokovich. He's got a shitty leader. Where's my advisor's council? What do we got? Anything? Missionary strength was 2%. Man, I need him. I need money for that, though. Damn. Yeah, missionary strength boost would be good. 2%, that's possible to deal with, yeah. Alright. But still, I need to find a way to get more manpower. Let's take a look here. What does positive... I forget what positive stability even does. Overextensions plus 22%. Yeah, that's another reason why that can be a little rough. Just even having overextension. Yeah, maybe I think I need to start coring these provinces. It's going to cost me a lot of my administrative power to do it, but if I do it, it'll be good. It'll be real good for me. Because by not having them as a core, where can I see this stuff? Tax. Revolt risk is minus 40%. And that's because, again, it's not my core. So they are pissed at me for having it. So I have to do what's called integration. So let's integrate the provinces we took. Easy way to... It's really easy to do it. All you do is press this button. But it costs me 49 administrative power to do it. So it also takes a really long time if I don't have a claim on it. Depending on the base tax, but... Alright, so I'm coring all of those, and that. I can't do anything about this because it's a colony, and I don't even have colonists to send, so... I'm doomed in that regard. Anyway, that cost me a lot of administrative power, half of the stuff I already built up. And the reason I don't like spending my power that much is because you need it to get technology. So, in effect, when you spend technology, or when you spend stuff, you fall behind technologically. It cost me 720 to do that. So I'm really trying to save up. Like, I really don't want to have to spend... I want to spend as little as I can get away with, pretty much. Alright. Anyway, you can kind of see what you get here. Throughout, you know. like I said, republics, governments, government types that you can switch to. I don't know if you can switch between monarchies and republics or whatever, and tribal governments for tribal. But I haven't tried here, and you can see, you know, different units that you get, which are cool. And you can actually see the technological effects on both the shock and fire phase. The combat system hasn't changed since EU3, and I really don't think I can go into explaining it again. It's actually fairly complicated. Okay. How are we doing in terms of manpower? We're still under. We're still short in Great Synod. No, they are. Grant the privileges. Whoa, Smolenskian nationalists, and that's a lot of them. Okay. I think we're gonna have to wait those guys out. It's August now, so if we wait until like January, then I don't think there's anything they'll be able to do. So we're just going to wait them out until January, and we have failed to conquer Torzhok. Oh, Smolensk appeared there. Those were Smolenskian dudes. And, yeah, cool. Cool. Diplomacy. That means I can just declare war on you again, can't I? Oh no, I failed to conquer Torzhok. Really? Huh. Neat. Remove Tiver from the map. Okay. I think that's gonna have to be our next one. We just flat out have a conquest on them now. Which is fine. They're also a coalition member. I've never declared war on somebody who's in a coalition against me, because usually I'm smart enough to not piss people off enough. Oh, Novgorod and peasants. Oh yeah, that's right. We have the other ones to worry about, don't we? Probably need to be a little more careful. Oh yep, things are starting to freeze up here. Let's change our route over to Neva and grab them first. Oh man. Supply limits are gonna get low. Even more so, we need even more men now. At least we have one cavalry. I could, I suppose, fuse them together to make fewer men to reinforce and stuff, but eh. Fabricating a claim on Kasimov. I haven't shown off the fabrication of claims yet, have I now? I should do that on Ryazan. Diplomacy. Covert actions. Fabricate claims on Tula. It'll piss people off when we get discovered. It works the same way as in Victoria too. Basically, you just start fabricating claims. But the difference is here, you can fabricate multiple claims at once. And you know, it depends on your diplomats here. So here we can see how far he's come along and each day's risk of discovery. And that I have a free diplomat. Always want a free diplomat just in case you need to declare war on something or someone. I really need to get around to the former Russian nation. So I do need Tiver or Yaroslavl. And I must have a core on one of them. I must also either have Ryazan or Smolensk and have a core on one of them. And Nizhny Novgorod or Vladimir. And have a core on one of them. I already got that one down. If we get Tiver now, that'll be perfect. Was it Ryazan or Smolensk was that last one? Ryazan, Smolensk, yep. And you must also own both Novgorod and Moscow. So, we are going to have to take Novgorod's capital sooner or later, but we can wait on that. It's not the most immediate thing. We got a truce and stuff. Diplomacy. Declare war. They are allied with Ryazan, the Golden Horde, Kazan, and Novgorod. Yeah, you see, this is their... in a coalition against Moscow. Is there any way I can see the... if coalition member, all coalition members will be called to arms. Yeah. So maybe it's best I don't right now, because pretty much everyone around me is pretty pissed. Was it war? Yeah. My relations are at least increasing, and people have selected me as a rival, so I would be willing to go to war, but again, I just don't have the manpower right now. There's just absolutely no way I could justify even considering going to war. Which is why I've actually decided to bite the bullet and start giving the Patriarch some authority around here. It's at 5%. If I can get it to full, it means we get more manpower. Currently, we're getting pretty much nil, but I'll probably, move it up as I need manpower and move it down if I need money as it comes. On the other hand, I need to consider need to consider waiting for the cores to finish, because one of the problems with these cores, Burgundy's new papal controller, good for them, is that if they get sieged, then it just ends, and the power that you spent coring the province is wasted. So, this is Russian, right? Settlers, Karelian Dam, and Sami Dam. These will actually count towards my overextensionism, even though they're colonies, because they're not of my primary culture. So yeah, we're looking at October 1454 before I'd be willing to do too much here. We're racking up a fair bit of score here. The score is determined by how well your nation is doing. There's a detailed view in the ledger where you can see how the rank calculated for each country. But basically, you need to be in the top 10 of nations in either administrative, diplomacy, or military power. I haven't opened the ledger yet. Military, economy, trade. Where's the score one? Well, whatever. Either way, I'm going to end this episode here. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. As always, this has been your host, Galvin, signing off.